What's up, everyone? Today I'm going to be going over everything you need to know to efficiently farm Spider 20. I know this is the first video in a long time, and if you want to know about my hiatus and the channel going forward, I'll talk about it at the very end of the video. Before we jump right into the video, I want to tell you how it's going to go. One of the biggest problems with Raid in videos that deal with specific team comps is that there's so many different champions in the game, and if you don't have the specific champions used in the video, it's hard to copy that strategy. However, that problem can be largely negated if you understand the mechanics behind it. Oftentimes, there are many different champions that you might have that can fill the same roles. There's a team comp I'm going to be going over in this video, and if you have those specific champions, you're more than welcome to just use those champions. However, I'm mostly going to break down the mechanics of speed farming the spider and how you can make a team with the champions you have. Let's jump right into the mechanics you need to understand. There are basically four components to speed farming Spider 20. Those are debuffing, enemy HP nuking, survivability, and HP burn. Starting with debuffing, there are two debuffs that need to be applied to the Spider Queen. These are Defense Down and Weaken. There are a number of champions that can apply both of these, and some of the common ones are Spider, no pun intended, Zargala, Dracomorph, and Rosin Scarhide. It's worth noting that the Spider 20 has a green affinity, so red affinity champions like Rosin Scarhide, Zargala, and Spider will suffer an affinity penalty and therefore may miss their debuffs. For the example team I showcased, I chose Rosin Scarhide because he is available to all players as a permanent fusion and is therefore the most guaranteed accessible. I will mention some champions suffer AI issues like Bellinor and therefore cannot be used to debuff on auto. There are more champions that have both of these debuffs. You'll just have to check through who you have. Just make sure they can get both of the debuffs off within 2 moves and that they're faster than your nukers. The next thing you need to understand is enemy HP nuking. This is done via two mechanics. The first is a skill that has its damage scale off enemy max HP. The most commonly used champions for these skills are Coldheart and Royal Guard. I believe Husk has a skill that works similarly, but I will throw out the disclaimer I've never messed with Husk, so I can't 100% confirm it works the same. Coldheart and Royal Guard, on the other hand, have skills that work identically and will do tons of damage by scaling off the Spider 20's huge health pool. This damage is further amplified by the Weaken and Defense Down debuffs, which is why you need them. The second mechanic that scales this damage is crit damage. When building your nukers, you'll want enough crit rate to ensure a critical hit every time. This is 70% for Coldheart and 100% for Royal Guard, and then stack as much critical damage as you can. Personally, my nukers are running at around 210 to 220% total critical damage. The third mechanic that I'm going to talk about is survivability. You'll need to survive at least 2 turns to get your nuke off, and will therefore need some way to do this. There's not a set way to do this. Anything from unkillable buffs to block damage buffs to even just really big shields can work as long as they keep you alive for at least 2 turns. This is probably the most flexible of the 3 categories as far as champion selections go. You'll just have to play around and see what works. I will name a few of the most effective champions. These are Maneater, Roshkard the Tower, Sir Nicholas, and Blind Seer. As far as easier to obtain champions go, I can't make any promises, but I suspect champions like Zelota could work as well. The final mechanic I'm going to touch on is a bit of a wild card, and probably the hardest to do as far as having the champions for it goes. That's HP burn. The way that HP burn works is it's basically like a poison, except that it's AoE. The spiderlings have tons of HP, and if you can HP burn all of them, then each time one of them takes a turn, it will hit the boss very hard. However, the trouble with this mechanic is that in order to be effective, you need to be able to hit all or at least many of the spiderlings with HP burn. The most effective champion at this is undoubtedly Ignatius. He can apply an unavoidable HP burn to all targets. Drexthar Blood Twin is also effective. The biggest problem is that both of these champions are legendaries, and therefore most players won't have them. There's not a lot of other champions that can effectively apply an AoE HP burn, so if you can't make this mechanic work, you can replace the spot with another percent max enemy HP nuker like Coldheart or Royal Guard. That's it as far as the mechanics go. There are a number of team comps that will work, but most of them are built as 1 debuffer, 2 enemy HP nukers, 1 survivability, 1 AoE HP burn, or 1 debuffer, 3 enemy HP nukers, and 1 survivability. That is if you don't have the HP burn. I won't get into it as much, but there's another effective speed farming team if you have Prince Kaimar, but it's a little bit harder to gear. You can run 1 debuffer, 2 enemy max HP nukers, 1 survivability, and 1 Prince Kymar. You'll need to speed tune it to have Kymar take his first move after the nukes go off and reset them. That's it for the speed farming teams. If you have enough champions, you should be able to put together a team that takes down Spider 20 in around 1 minute, allowing you to effectively farm accessories very easily. But what about for those of you that don't have the champions to pull this off? Well, the short answer is you're not going to be speed farming Spider. But that doesn't mean you still can't kill it. It's probably just going to take longer. Spider 20 can be killed with a conventional team, and if you want to see how to do it, I suggest you check out one of the many videos posted by other YouTubers on how to kill Spider 20 with conventional teams. Just be aware you might be looking at 7-minute plus kill times, but it is what it is. You gotta get by with the champs you got. That's it for this video. I tried to make it as accessible as it can be for the largest group of players. I'll be checking the comments for the next couple days to answer any questions you have. If you've made it this far and are still here, hopefully you like the content or are one of my subscribers. So let's talk about the channel. As most of my subs have noticed, there was about a 2-month gap between my last video and this one. There were a couple of reasons for this. I was waiting for the new content to drop, getting my champs and gear ready for the videos, etc. But mostly the truth is, I've been really busy with real life and work. As for the future, I'm going to try to release more videos over the next couple weeks on a much more regular basis, but ultimately I'm at the mercy of my real life workload. That's it. I hope to see you all in the next videos.